Politely, Frank watched Mick at work, although very soon he was pitching in with suggestions and ideas. Maybe that's why Keith Richards seemed to lose interest halfway through and withdrew with his girlfriend, Anita Pallenberg. Anita, very pretty, full-fringed, tall and waif-like, seemed more serious than Marianne, and sat at the desk adding her own ideas on many of the run-throughs. We heard versions of Jig-Saw Puzzle, Salt of the Earth, and Street Fighting Man. Mick focused on Gail and flirted with her, but, with Frank by her side, she smiled sweetly, always demure, never provocative. I had to admit, after 3 viewings of Mick Jagger, I found him extremely attractive and sexy. His intense high spirits and vivacity were infectious. I could see how he made girls go gaga. Marianne, completely zonked out, rarely sat still. She pranced and posed and flirted with Frank. But if she thought she might attract his attention, she was mistaken, because, from what I saw, Frank ignored women attached to other men, or, at least, certainly in the man's presence. Why meddle in complicated situations? To be honest, though, watching a group of people push and pull levers becomes boring very quickly, and it was not pleasant when the studio filled up with leftover burgers in open cartons and flattened cigarette butts on the floor, the air not smelling too sweet. So I was relieved when, at 6:30 and in broad daylight, Ian drove Frank, Gail and me through the empty streets and home. Little did I dream, as we trundled up into the hills, that one day Mick Jagger would invite me, Pauline Butcher, to the south of France for an interview. Yet on that day, had he invited me, I would have to say no. I was happy in my Zappa world, and had no desire to stray.